Okay, welcome back to my channel, Promise Fachi. Yeah, that's my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Promise Tinganin Lovo, and I am a cybersecurity researcher, ethical hacker, and a professional penetration tester. Okay, so as usual, as I always start my videos with an introduction of who I am, let's get into it. With my professional experience, I'm an assistant web penetration tester, ethical hacker. I do conduct vulnerability assessments. I use different types of tools. I do document findings and recommend security solutions. And I also used to be a former head of research and development at the ICTA's NIPA Chapter School Association, where I'm currently pursuing my degrees at the National Institute of Public Administration. Just as some of my certifications, as you can see, security risk management, both at country and regional level, OPSWAT, introduction to critical infrastructure protection, mental health, reg and fire safety, information security, professional ethical hacker, and the others as you can see as well. So yeah, these are my key skills where we have penetration testing. I can do penetration testing. I do ethical hacking, vulnerability assessments, web application security. I have good leadership and collaboration skills, and I have keen attention to detail. Okay, yeah. So as I was saying, today we'll be investigating a phishing campaign, which I came across on WhatsApp. I just got this from WhatsApp itself. So if you can see some of these asterisks, these are from WhatsApp. So basically, what this campaign is about the Electoral Commission of Zambia. So this is a job advertisement. This is a type of phishing advertisement that prides on high trust institutions such as the Electoral Commission of Zambia. And let's just read this, what it's saying. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has opened an application portal to recruit new employees for the for the year 2025-2026 voters registration exercise to fill various temporary and permanent positions as part of preparations for the upcoming election. Applications are free and the hiring process has already begun. Interested applicants should click the link below to proceed with the application. Important notice, no fees required. This is it does not charge or ask for payment at any stage. So basically it's telling us to click this link, and from what you can see, when you go to the official ECZ portal, they don't use this. So this is an indicator that they're using cheap domains. So yeah, but anyway, let's investigate and see what we can do. For me, I'm going to go into my Windows sandbox. I'll be using my virtual machine with Kali Linux that is installed. Sorry, my virtual machine with Kali Linux installed. So I'm just going to copy this link and let's go into our Windows sandbox virtual machine. Okay, we are now here. Okay, we are now here in our Windows sandbox. So I'm going to open that. I'll just cancel this. So okay, now just wait for it to load. So as everything should be in order. For me, I prefer my thing in dark mode. So let's wait for it to load and everything. Oh, waiting for it to load. Okay. It's already loaded. It's fine. So for me, I just like to do this a bit. I like to change the appearance of how it appears. I prefer it being dark. So I'm just going to say dark and we can go back. Alright, so now we can paste the link. So here we've pasted the link that was saying when we read our file here, which is saying click here to see the available positions and apply. And I'm back in my sandbox, so I hit enter and let's see. Okay, so this is what this site is doing to us. This is a phishing link. I must be clear. I'll explain more as we go into detail. I'll show you how these phishing links actually detected. And then since I'm an ethical hacker and a security researcher, I'm going to walk you through and the steps on how these phishing links work. So we've clicked, we've said enter, and it's saying notice ECZ Zambia is currently recruiting. Press OK to apply for the, it didn't finish the sentence here. So for the Electoral Commission of Zambia, right? So this is basically more like the password for you to enter. So let's hit OK and see what's there. All right, so just from the look of things, you can tell that this is a fake landing page for ECZ, and it has saying vacancy advertisements. ECZ has opened an application portal to recruit new employees for 2025-2026 voters registration exercise. And then here it's showing a falsified number. This is auto, so it's just going to bring numbers that are automatically running through until a specified number or limit has reached. And then saying all applications must be submitted through the recruitment portal of ECZ. Apply now before application portal closes. It's asking us name of applicant. After verifying your information, you are qualified to work with us at Electoral Commission of Zambia in ongoing voters registration exercise. Reporters notice, no fee is required, just similar to the WhatsApp. So how to submit? So click the button, share to. So first thing you need to know is that this here already is a, if I can use the term, it's a red flag. Why? Because well, this is it require you to send to different WhatsApp groups, 15 friends or 5 WhatsApp groups. This is already just a sign to show you that this is an information gathering, harvesting type of phishing attack. And then it's saying after sharing, click on the submit application. Once the verification process is complete, to submit your application immediately, you will receive a confirmation message or email notification within 15 minutes after submission. If shortlisted, ECZ will contact you for an interview. So I already did this and I was sharing, like it didn't even prompt me to go to WhatsApp or anything. And then you remember it's saying when you scroll up, it's telling us what for the 2026, sorry, 2025-2026 voters registration exercise. But when you scroll down to here it's saying 2018 Electoral Commission of Zambia, all rights reserved. So already you can tell these are the red flags in this one. So let's keep on sharing and see what happens. And then before I continue, let's just try to visit the Electoral Commission of Zambia's webpage. Okay, we're here at the Electoral Commission of Zambia's webpage, which is https://elections.org.zm. So you just need to be able to verify these things whenever you're going on these websites. So when you look at it here, and you look at this, you can tell that this is a phishing scam because on the official site, it's written this here, the www.elections.org.zm, and this is how the web page looks. And when you compare with this, you're able to tell that there's serious difference. So I'm going to skip through. You can go through this page at your own respective time, and it's going to show how many number of voters are registered in the 10 provinces, the districts, constituencies, the wards, and different polling stations. And then it also has things where you can learn more about the Electoral Commission of Zambia itself. And then let's just try to see the opportunities, right? So here we have tenders, we also have careers. So let's try this career. So in careers, there's only one open position, right? There's only one open position. So here saying technical support officers, TSOs, and then electrical operations, and date July. This is still open if I'm not mistaken. The location has not yet been specified. The department is electoral operations, and this was posted on July 4, 2025. And this is the current open position till now. And then here it's saying what recruitment to new employees. So here they're only applying for one position. So already you can tell that this is a phishing scam and this is a credential harvesting where they get your ideas, your identity, not ideas rather, but your identity. So stealing identity, identity theft, and things like that. So let's check the available positions that are there, right? Let's check the available positions. Let's just wait for it to load. Okay, so on the available positions, it takes us to this video So it's saying install the browser extension and continue viewing content. So already this is more like adding. So I'm using Microsoft Edge in my sandbox, and it's telling me that this site is dangerous because of how it is. So when you install the browser extension, it's basically you installing malware into your browser, and then you're able to view this 1 minute video, of which we want to do. Okay, so let's do it again. So let's continue. Let's say submit the application. Let's see what it's going to do. This is how you manage to, okay, so it's blocked the site. Please install Opera One browser to continue watching in safe mode. So this is another version. So it's redirected us to a different link, right? So Opera browser, but it's saying Opera One. So when you install this, you're basically installing a phishing link. This could be malware, a lot of things. It could be worms, viruses. So we're not going to install this. Let's go back to our page rather. Click OK, and let's share again. And then let's say apply. Let's see what it's going to bring for us to apply. Another thing to notice or to observe is when you look at the tab here, this icon thingy is just showing the internet symbol. But when you come to the official ECZ page, you can see that the icon has the ECZ logo. So let's go back to this, and again it's redirected us to a different type. So this is a serious phishing campaign which is going to make you install malware. It keeps changing. Okay, let's come back here. So let's say apply again, and it keeps redirecting us. Okay, so here Microsoft has blocked it using the firewall. So let's do this. Okay, all right, so Microsoft has refused us to go there. So now that we have identified potential phishing links aside from the technical side, now let's go into the way cybersecurity professionals will look at it to identify the attacker's intentions and why they want to do this same thing onto people. And I shall show you rather on how things are done. All right, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so after we investigated, we've done the basic one, like aside from technical overview, we've just done like finding out how to detect if that's a phishing link or not. Now we're going to go into the technical things of just getting to understand the attacker's intent. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to use a command that we call whois lookup and many other commands. So we're going to do a lot of commands because this is direct. And for those that are learning with me for the first time, please note that this is for educational purposes only. If you use this content for malicious purposes, you are on your own. This is for educational purposes. Sorry, this is for educational purposes only and legal training for those interested to go into cybersecurity for ethical purposes. And without any further ado, let's begin. All right. So we are going to use what we call the whois command. So we're going to say whois, and then I already did these things, so it might just be like I'm repeating the exact same steps. So we're going to do this I tiny, sorry, I don't know, itin pty dot xyz, and we run, we wait for it to give us okay. So basically it's brought for us that this is the domain name, and then we have the domain ID. The thing we must look out for here is how long, when it was registered and when it was created. That's how you know, okay, this is a new phishing attempt or phishing attack. So here we have the updated date, which was 2025 10/01, that was in October, and the creation date was on 2025 09/23, that was in September. And then we have the registration expiry date. So this is a new domain, 2026-09-23. And the registrar, or rather where it's being hosted, that is Namecheap. So usually Namecheap is where majority of phishing scams are, because it has cheap prices, so it's easy for attackers to pay there. Plus it has anonymous login. By anonymous login, you never know who logged in and created that. That's why a lot of phishing attempts use Namecheap for hosting their phishing campaign. And then we have these things such as DNS1 servers and DNS2 servers. So DNS is just domain name server. And then we can look at the other things. So, okay, so that's not really important. All right, so we've gotten what we need from the whois command. And then we have to try another command that we can provide more information about this phishing link. So the next thing we can do after the whois command is to dig for more information. So we're going to use the dig command. So I say dig, and then we're going to say, sorry, dig trace, and the same domain, pty.xyz. Okay, so it's getting the information. We have that information now. So here we have the dig command. Okay, global options, cmd. Okay, you need to look for more. UDP setup, no servers could be reached. Okay, failed network unreachable. So it failed to trace the actual site. It's saying the network is unreachable. Now let's try another command just to find out a little bit more detail about this same phishing link or phishing site and this phishing campaign. Another thing about the dig command is to find like the owner of the IP address, unusual DNS thing. So here, what we've discovered under the dig command is that it's using multiple IP addresses. If I'm not mistaken, this should be GitHub pages for hosting static web pages. So let's prove and see what else we can find. So we're going to use the whois command again. So we're going to say whois, and then let's just grab one of these IP addresses right here and just find out more about it. So if the domain provider is cheap, we know it's a red flag, meaning that is a phishing attempt, because they usually use cheap domain hostings. Okay, so we've gotten what we can. All right, let's read through. Okay, we're seeing this. Internet number is this one. We have the net name. Yes, so it's using GitHub USA, and the country is in US. Okay, I'm not sure what this organization is, but this is the organization. And then, okay, so we need to also look at when it was modified and created. So it was created 2017, hosted. Okay, we also need to look at the names that are there. So here it's saying GitHub admin. So this is a GitHub page. Yeah, GitHub usually uses to host free non-dynamic websites, like static websites without any animations. Okay, so we've seen what we can. Okay, so we've done the commands here. The next one, let me move to the next here. So the next one, basically what I'm doing, we're now going to use the curl command without rendering. This is a safe command without rendering. So we're going to investigate or try to contact, learn more about the same thing. So we're going to say curl. We'll do the dash I, and then we're going to do https. Yes, remember I already did this. I'm just doing this now for content purposes. ITINPTY. Okay. Dot XYZ. Then we have a forward slash ECZ. Sorry, forward slash ECZ dash ZM dash carriers. So let's wait for it. All right. Okay, this is good progress. So we have found out that it's contacted the server with a 200 OK, meaning it's reaching. The server which is being used to host is github.com. And then this is a text HTML. And this was last modified on 8 December 2025, which was yesterday. And then we can check for others. So let's see. All right, so we found out that it's been hosted on the GitHub pages. Now let's do a little bit more research on this. So with this same command, we use it to look for suspicious headers, hidden tracking, and a lot of site redirects. Like if you remember at the beginning, we got redirected to a lot of different pages telling us to install something to proceed to a video and things like that. So those are the things that we need to look out for the most. Okay, now we are going to do a full HTML grab uh, with no service rendering. So basically, we are trying to now be able to download the script, which I'm going to name suspicious.html, such as I did in one of the previous videos. So let's go for it. So I'm going to say curl -l. As I said earlier, I already did this. So that's why the commands are already appearing on their own. Okay, let's run that. All right, we've managed its run. Now let's check it. So we're now going to say nano as the text editor, suspicious underscore page.html. Okay, so now we have the script. Let me just try to make it wide. I hope you can all see. So here the document type is an HTML, HTTPS banks.js. So it's saving this is a JavaScript. And then here it's looking at function set cookie name values with a variable of days, which is 30. I'm not really good at JavaScript, so I hope you understand. So there's a lot of JavaScript here, and we're going to investigate more further because what this script is doing is also blocking virus scanners like malware detectors, but some will still detect it. So we have the Electoral Commission of Zambia scheme, recruitment scheme. That's what it shows. Bring that has the image that we see in the background, basically the image, this one. And then we look at some more, get it to understand. So these are different redirects. So each time we click on apply, it redirects us to different profiles. And then we have the text, the CSS, the coloring and things like that, the styling of the page. Then, yeah, I have the CSS here. Then you can keep scrolling down to find out more. This is quite long. Okay, and we're at the end of the page. So we have closed our div class here, and the script ends here. We also have, okay, what else did I miss? Let's see. So here, number of applicants. So this is just different styling. So we've checked the malicious code there. So basically what it's doing is we are looking for malicious JavaScript, which is malicious JS scripts. So we've seen how it's working. It's trying to block and bypassing firewalls and even scanners in case to detect it, to flag it as suspicious. It has cookie tracking and everything like that. Or if I've made a mistake, please let me know in the comments. And then let's try to do another one just to find out more. Okay, so let's try this command. I'll just paste it here, then run. So this is basically checking for suspicious code. So here looking at import, sorry, we're looking at import URL, which is this one from the Google APIs, and these are now giving you redirects. And then we also have another one, should be sorry, grep dash ei. I think the next one was just this. Just a minute, let me clarify. Okay, this is the command I was looking for. So and then we run it. So we are still looking for suspicious. Okay, so and click open window. So when you click there, it's going to open the window and redirect you to this page. We saw that when we're just manually testing without any technical investigations. And then we look again, it keeps opening, taking us to this same page. So it redirects. So these are basically suspicious encoding inside the script once you apply. The next command we're going to use is to check for different URLs. So I'm going to paste it there because it's quite long. And then here we're seeing like where this keeps redirecting us to different pages. We have this one, https www.blogger.com, the profile. If you notice these ends here at the last, these ones they keep having different numbers. So when you look at it, you get to be redirected to this one. Another redirect comes to this one. So you keep getting redirected to different malicious links whenever you click the script. So the next one we're going to identify, we're going to look at, or we're going to identify outdated web servers and softwares and just suspicious encoding. So we're going to use this command. We'll say nmap-hv service version, and then to make it a little bit fast, we use t4, and in case we're being blocked by firewall, we use -pn to prompt it. So let's go enter and let's wait for it to finish. I'm just going to fast forward for it to until it finishes. So just give it a little bit of time. Okay, welcome back. The script is done. So says that in nmap 7.95 and okay, 50% done. It's trying to fast forward it here, and then we have host is up, so it's 0.13 seconds latency. And then other addresses, this one wasn't scanned, so it provided multiple IP addresses for us, which is this one. And then we have the port, which is on port 80. This one is for HTTP, so it's open. And then the service is using HTTP proxy, and the version is Vanish. This one is usually free. Also, Google Firebase uses this. And then we also have 443, which is HTTPS TCP, and this is used for web services. Like for secure sites, we use 443. For unsecure sites, we use HTTP. So this one is going to redirect to this one with an SSL certificate, and it still isn't Vanish. So we've done this. So now we need to investigate even further about what the script is actually doing. Okay, so after we've done our technical analysis on our Kali Linux for hackers, we can go back to some of the commands that we ran. So we did this, so investigating, finding out more about this and everything else, and then we investigated even further to check where this server is being hosted, where the site is being hosted. We got a 200 OK, meaning the server is responding to our requests. We also did an nmap scan, which showed that it's having multiple IP addresses. And then, okay, we didn't do anything much this side, but we did discover that there are many other open ports. We looked at the code. So the last step, and before I conclude this video, is to find out if this site is malicious or not using web-based solutions. Okay, so now we're going to go to some of these analyzers that us as security researchers use to ensure that just give me a minute. All right, so this is a virus total. It's used to scan in case you are suspicious about a phishing link. So we're going to paste the same link that we have. So I'm going to paste like that. And then we're going to search to see if it's malicious, and let's see what the security vendors say. So, okay, out of 98, only one flagged this site to be malicious, which is Force Point Threat Seeker, a security vendor as well. So it flags it as suspicious, and many of these vendors said it's actually clean, meaning what it's doing with the code that I showed you is that it's avoiding detection, which is actually doing a good job because majority of the vendors are saying this is a clean link. Let's try another one similar to that of virus total code hybrid analysis. So we're going to paste it here. You can also scan files here, same with virus total and many other things. So with there, let's analyze this. Okay, we're analyzing. Okay, so we've gotten our analysis results. So here, this is the site that we pasted. And then we also have applications, the MIME. This is using SHA-256, and I'm on Windows 10 64-bit. Actually, I'm using this one, to be honest, Windows 64 11-bit. And then we can generate a public report. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, so after generating a public report, we look at other antivirus results. So this one, according to URL scan, no classification, so it didn't find anything, it's clean. According to Scam Advisor, this one is showing it's malicious with an 81% score, so you know that this is a phishing link. And also here, Clean DNS could not find anything. And then we also have before AI domain score. This one is clean, so it's actually the script is actually doing a good job. So it's clean here with a 50% score according to criminal IP, and according to Viper, it's saying we have malicious. It's 100%. So this is what it's showing us. Let's try the others as well, like IP domain from Cisco Talos Intelligence Reputation Center. So let's scan. Okay, something went wrong with this one. Okay, let's try again, maybe to work this time. All right, then it's refused. Okay, let's try this one. Abuse IP. Okay, so this is abuse IP DP. Making the internet safer, one IP at a time. So here you can report abusive IP addresses, check report history of any IP addresses to see if anyone else has reported them. So let's check for us and then research. Okay, so it's saying page not found, meaning no one has reported this IP as of yet. So this is how you get to find out how if you have a phishing link or not. So basically here, virus total, force point, uh, threat seeker is one that flagged this link as malicious. And also according to hybrid analysis, antivirus results from different antiviruses. According to Scam Advisor, it's malicious with an 81% score, and Viper is showing a 100% malicious score. Okay, so this is what we've understood. And now, before I leave you, let me just give you with an overview, a basic PowerPoint of what was actually going on, breaking it down for the non-technical viewers and for those technical viewers who understood. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what I'm calling the phishing case overview. So, what is this attacker or threat type or hacker trying to get from you? So, this one is an impersonation-based credential harvesting. So, basically, this is where they get your personal information. This is the same as identity theft, and then it was using high-value trust organizations like the Electoral Commission of Zambia. Why? Because since we are towards the 2026 January elections, it is one of the best and ways to make people believe that they actually hiring. As I showed you earlier in the video, there's only one position that the Electoral Commission of Zambia is using, and the link that they have, or the website that Electoral Commission of Zambia has, we saw that as well in the beginning of the video. And then when you look at it, the main goal rather of this attacker or hacker and is trying to get identity theft, where we saw the person just wanted your full name. So as once the person has that full name, they can now use it to maybe send fake messages, get credit in your name, and things like that. It also looked at job recruitment fraud, lying about a job recruitment which was not there, and also it was forcing you to install two different types of malware. So one was trying to install Opera one browser, and the other one was trying to make you install a web extension. The other attack methodology, as I'm going to say, or the other method that this attacker was using, used the fake ECZ recruitment portal. They also used the harvesting of full name and personal data, and the more you share to people, the more people full names are being compromised, because not many people understand or know that this is a phishing link. And many people, once they see a job advert, they just rush to clicking, and then it redirect the victim or the victims to install browser extensions and also Opera One browser. We only have Opera, it's Opera Mini browser or something, but there's also a browser called Opera, but it's not called Opera One browser. And then it also looked at high trust impersonation technique, which is impersonating Electoral Commission of Zambia, which is the ECZ. And then when we look at the technical findings, we found out that it was in GitHub pages with multiple CDNs or IP addresses. It also had a domain of this one. This is what they say, this domain, sorry. It's using this domain here, the 18pty.xyz, which used using Namecheap DNS. So Namecheap is basically the one attackers use because it has very cheap and it's anonymous when you're applying for the server or DNS, because this is a domain name server. And then it also had malicious JavaScript with hidden redirect, so it kept redirecting you to download the web extension or to download the browser. And then so these are the two main redirect chains embedded or put within the JavaScript, which is the JS. And then when you look at detection analysis, virus total, from all those multiple antivirus and virus scanners, only one, which was the first point threat seeker, flagged to be suspicious. According to hybrid analysis on Scam Advisors we did, it showed that we have 81% malicious, and here according to Viper it showed 100% flagged malicious. So Fish Tank had no records found, and the majority of vendors missed this detection. So the threat assessment is that the identity theft risk is very high because many people click on this without knowing. And then the other one is that government impersonation, which is the Electoral Commission of Zambia, high confidence. So this just shows how high the severity of the identity risk is. So here it reduces the confidence in the government's institution because many people won't look at the site and check how we did it in the first place. And then anti-detection mechanisms present in the JavaScript or the JS, so that the vendors should miss it. That's why majority of vendors missed it. And then to conclude this video, I'm going to say this campaign is a phishing operation campaign which combines with identity theft, job recruitment fraud, high trust, ECZ impersonation, Electoral Commission of Zambia impersonation, malicious redirect, and forced software installation. Overall, this is the overall classification rather is that it's a severe risk to many individuals, and it's also a risk to the Electoral Commission of Zambia. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and comment below if you like the video and where you want us to improve. Thank you. Bye.